So may I come in?
Please come in, Priyanshi.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Please have a seat.
Thank you, sir.
How are you doing, Priyanshi?
Sir, well, I'm doing well.
You're doing good?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I can see you're from Vidisha, right?
Yes, sir. Vidisha.
And what are you doing in Indore then?
Sir, I am here to study in my exam for NDA.
Okay, you're preparing for NDA
Yes, sir.
examination.
Preparing for NDA.
Okay, suppose you tell me something about your education starting from class 8th onwards, working up to the present level of education. I would be interested in knowing about the percentage which you secured in various examination, right? Subject which you have chosen after class 10th, and what are your future career options, right? Also tell me about extracurricular and co-curricular activities, including sports game, and if there is any special achievement in any of them. Mention about the teacher which you like the most and the one which did not impress you much. Also tell me about your friend circle you have moved along with while in school and if you have stayed at hostel at any point of time. Whom do you think are your best friend and why do you consider them as your best friend? And finally, if there's any issue in financing your education and things like that. Let's go on.
So first of all, in 8th standard, I scored 72%. And in 9th standard, I scored 71%. And in 10th standard, I scored 82%. In 8th standard, I was not serious about my studies. In the 9th standard, it was in COVID, so I didn't study. In 10th standard, I worked as hard as possible as it was boards. And I scored 82%. And then my friends, my best friends, I like the qualities I like spending time with them. And so may I know the next question?
Think about it if you're missing out something. I think give some pressure onto mind as well. Think what I've been asked you.
Okay. Sir, in sports, I'm not doing much, but in some sports like badminton and basketball, I like playing them in school level. And in school, I also participated in Teachers' Day and some functions. And then I also hosted some events.
Can you be specific which kind of event you're talking about?
Like hosting Teachers' Day and some Children's Day decorations and all.
Okay.
School events.
Anything else?
No, sir.
Can you mention, I asked about what is the choice of subject after class 10th and why you have chosen these subjects, right? I wanted to know about the teachers, I wanted to know about your friends, who are your best friend and why do you consider them your best friend, all these things.
Sir, in 10th, after 10th, I scored, I took PCM as in 10th standard, my maths was good. And I have to do NDA, so and I want to go in Air Force, so maths is must. So I took PCM, and my favorite teacher is Himanshu sir, cause he is very motivating and a very nice teacher. And the teacher which I hate the most is no one, cause everyone teaches a good thing. And my best friends are, I have many friends, but the main best friend I'm having is Yatharth, Akshat, and Vaibhavi and Shelly. The qualities which I see in them, they are very honest and hardworking friends.
Okay, and why do you want to join Air Force? Is anyone in your family in Air Force?
No, sir.
What inspired you to join Air Force?
Sir, the thing which inspired me the most is the life of a Air Force officer. The life.
Where have you seen this life of an Air Force officer? What do you think, what kind of life they must be having?
They are having an adventurous life, and I didn't see in personal their life, but in TV, in TVs.
Which TV, which kind of a life, what kind of life you've seen and which TV?
Sir, usually 26th January parade.
Okay, so what kind of a life they show in 26th January of an Air Force officer?
What, sir?
What kind of a life they show of an Air Force officer on 26th Jan, which inspired you?
So parade, their dress, their look.
I think this is every service is the same. It's Army, it's a Navy, it's Air Force. Why Air Force then?
But sir, the discipline is the discipline in armed forces is not. It's not in other forces, in other services.
And I'm not talking about armed forces. Of course, we know that. I'm talking about why Air Force.
So because I want to become the fighter pilot.
What kind? If choice be given to you, what plane you would like to fly?
MiG-21.
And why MiG-21?
Sir, it's its design, and it is easy to maintain. It's lightweighted, and its speed more than sound. The thing which inspired, which
But I think almost all the aircraft, fighter aircraft especially, having a speed which is more than the sound. And what is the well, finally what we call it? The speed of aircraft. How do we calculate it?
sorry, I don't.
If the someone's speed is equal to the sound, what speed we say it? Like what is the speed of sound? So how do you calculate is it whether it's more than sound or not?
So I have read it as I have read the.
And what is the special problem with the MiG-21 people keep talking about?
Sir, it's having one engine and it's very old aircraft in Air Force.
Why do you want to fly an old aircraft?
Sorry?
Why do you want to fly an old aircraft and not the newer version?
Sir, because it's nice.
Okay, Priyansh, anything you would like to know?
Sir, how was my interview?
This never asked this question. I told the last girl also. Let's first talk about this.
Sir, how are you?
Okay, I will come to know. What do you think your interview was?
Sir, it could be much better.
Where in what aspect?
Sir, in my speaking, in my English.
Do you think you have not spoken well English?
Yes, sir.
Do you think are we checking your English of each other?
No, sir.
What aspect?
Sir, in the other answers which I gave.
This English doesn't make any sense here, right?
Okay, sir.
It is the clarity of your thought which could have been more clear. And I need to start with first you should stop moving, right? The entire when you came here, start sitting and answering, all the time you're moving like this. Right? First you have to be stable in a chair, right? Then listen to the answer carefully. Before you are listening and seems like you're understanding every questions and you're not even understood any question. Because after one question you start, just forget what I wanted to ask. Even despite repeating, no one asks you which the teacher you hate most. Why will I do? Why will you hate the teacher? But you still say, I said the teacher who did not impress you much. And you say, the teacher I hate the most is none. It means you have something in your mind, right? So be very clear. You have to be more focused. Listen the questions very carefully before you answer, right?
Okay.
And then be very clear. What do you want to reply? Right?
Okay, sir.
But nonetheless, I mean, you're a confident girl, I'm sure, with some amount of practice.